Good evening and welcome to another episode of Stream Time with Doug and Kyle. This, by the way, is our Anything Goes episode. We'll explain in just a minute.
What do movies, TV, and video games have in common? It's Screen Time with Doug and Kyle.
Oh, hi.
Kyle, are you there for our Anything Goes episode?
I think so. I was just
Oh,
dancing.
there you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm right here.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. So let's explain what the Anything Goes episode is. We have decided, all 12,000 of us that are part of this big, huge broadcast that we do. They're in the back. You can't see them. They're really small. They're about this big. We have decided that we're going to do every other episode. We're going to do an Anything Goes episode. And what that means is
We're going to sing Tony Bennett songs.
Yes, and Frank Sinatra songs. Right.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
I do like that song, Anything Goes. It's very catchy,
Yeah, they're all catchy. Yeah, I think actually I'm catching a cold right now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sing. No, but we've decided that we're going to do an Anything Goes episode. The Anything Goes episode is pretty much what it says. Anything goes. Anything, we talk about anything. And we talk about nothing. We kind of thought that it would be, and this relates back, kind of thought it would be kind of like a Jerry Seinfeld thing. But I thought the nothing episode would not be a good thing because it's kind of negative. So I thought it would be a better idea to say, hey, Screen Time, anything goes. And that's what our episode is tonight. And I'm so excited because we're going to do this every other episode. So you're going to see an Anything Goes episode, not the next episode, but the episode after. Awesome.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so pumped. This is a really great. I don't think I've honestly ever done this on any of the other podcasts I've been on, whether I was a guest or whether it was like Robbie and I's podcast.
They're always themed.
Like it's just pretty chill, just very, very open ended. Like
yeah, there's always something to talk about. Now, with what we talk about on the other podcasts and stuff like that, there's always something to talk about. But isn't it cool? We were on the phone one day and we were just like, hey, why don't we do that? That's a great idea. It also is a way of you guys also getting involved. Also, if there's anything that you want to talk about, then we should do that. Why not? But you gotta give us a little, what do you call it when you're typing and you're putting in you're putting a comment in. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, get the message going,
Yeah, definitely. So if you put a comment in, that's exactly what we want to hear. If there's anything that you want to talk about, anything you want us to talk about, please put a comment in. That'd be great.
Yeah, totally. Just like, and literally anytime, like where there's no, like, there's nothing that's really timed in this episode. We're just kind of accepting any kind of like anything you guys want us to bring up in the movie, video game realm. Like we'll talk about it. We got,
we'll talk about other things too. We don't have to just talk about that stuff. I mean, it's an anything goes, which means anything goes. I was just talking.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, literally anything. Actually, no.
Literally like anything goes.
That's right. I sorry, my memory was blanking on me a little bit. But yes,
no, that's
right.
fine.
Anything, just anything. That's what.
See, what you just did was anything. See, anything goes. I was just talking to Kyle about a shirt that I was wearing. I showed him the shirt I was wearing. So I'll show you guys what shirt I'm wearing.
It's good stuff.
See, Back to the Future. And yes, I did see the musical. And it was fantastic. Anybody that loves that even likes Back to the Future needs to go and see this musical while it's on Broadway, because it's fabulous. It is great. So
Oh, dude.
the producers of the musical got together with the oh man, who was the one who put it together? See, now I have to do some online research because I don't remember
Was it,
who actually did.
I mean, I know I think Steven Spielberg ended up being one of the producers of the original, but,
Oh, it was
oh,
Robert
yeah.
Zemeckis.
Oh, it was Robert Zemeckis. So they actually
It
brought
was
him as like a
they
oh.
brought Yes, they actually brought him in, and what they did was is that Robert Zemeckis said, he must own it. Somebody
Mhm.
owns it. Um,
Yeah, I think it's him because he did direct all 3 of them. So,
yeah,
yeah, that makes sense that he would
I
be the
I
one to come back and yeah.
rights to it, but I know they paid for the rights. But they contacted him and said, "We want it to be accurate. We
Okay.
want it to be I want you to join us." So he did. He helped write it, he helped direct it, and he was actually there for the first one. We just missed it. He was there like a couple of days before we saw it, or a day before we saw it. He was actually in the audience, or backstage or somewhere. He was
Oh my
in the
god.
building
Oh, that's
when
so
they did the first show.
okay.
So they got accuracy, which is great, and it was fantastic. It was just we went out crying. We were crying. We were laughing so hard. We were crying. Just the amount of awards, the Tonys that it's going to get is it needs to. It's gonna fly by pretty much everything. The actors and actresses were fantastic. It was a comedy, so it was really funny. There was this one scene where Doc starts singing, which is kind of weird because you can't see can't see Christopher Lloyd actually singing anything when he's doing Doc Brown,
Okay.
Marty. When he's doing that stuff, you can't see actually singing in character.
Yeah.
Um, but it was fantastic. So he comes out, he starts singing something, and all of a sudden these girls appear. These these girls in the background, and Marty goes, "Who are these girls?" He says, "I don't know. They just show up when I sing." It's
Okay,
just
it's a little
these
fourth
little,
wall break.
yes, again,
I love that.
these little tiny things that
Oh,
just was
man.
fantastic. There's some
That's cool.
surprises. I can't tell you. I can't tell people what happens because you really got to go see it. You really
Yeah.
do. I know it's hard to get into New York. It's hard to get up to New York. It's even harder to see a show, especially when it's very popular. Um, but and we saw it days after it opened,
Okay.
so the tickets weren't really that bad money wise. But
Yeah.
but again, the best show I've ever seen so far. I mean, just that I can relate to. There are some
Alright.
other ones that I've seen that they were really good. Anastasia, I saw Anastasia. Anastasia was really good.
Oh, cool.
Not necessarily not my kind of, not my kind of musical, but it was great.
Okay.
It was great too. It was great, and Christy Altamore was in that. And Christy actually came out. She was one of the. It was snowing. It was freezing cold that day. We saw Back to the Future in August, so it wasn't that bad. It was just raining, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all. Christy Altamore came out. They have the door thing at the end, and she came out and she actually spoke to my daughter. And this was
Wow.
right before she went to college and stuff like that. And she spoke to her, and we got pictures of her, and she gave her some really good advice and stuff like that. It was really cool.
Oh,
Really,
cool.
really nice. If you can get Christy Altamore on Instagram, she's fantastic. I think she just had a baby actually, just within the
Oh,
last
nice.
month
Well,
or
good
so.
for her.
Yeah, yeah. So she's doing
Nice.
great. Anyway, as I digress on anything goes,
Oh, cool.
yeah, it was
Actually, Oh, sorry, what were you say?
No, I just said it was fantastic. It was just great.
Nice, nice. Well, it's funny because when you mentioned musicals, I hadn't seen a lot either. There was actually a period of time in my life where I lived in New Jersey and I was very close to the city. I lived in actually in
I'm
northern New
sorry.
Jersey, and is that?
Just kidding.
I know
I
everyone
just
like
every
rags on New Jersey.
no, no, every time I think of that, I think of the Saturday Night Live sketch. Are you from
Oh
Jersey?
yeah,
I'm from Jersey. You from Jersey?
yeah.
I just I don't know why. I don't know why I think
Well,
of that. I don't know. It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh,
mean
no,
to
no,
interrupt.
no, what's funny you mentioned that because I've been meeting more and more people that are actually from kind of more like kind of northern to like, middle of New Jersey. And even actually someone at my work, I was just like, "Oh, you're from New Jersey? You're from this town that like was literally like next to like the town that I, lived in a few years, like when I was growing up." And it was actually nice. It was kind of cool living there because I mean the town was really nice. I used to live in Ridgewood actually for a few years, and it was actually a really great town, despite people saying about New Jersey and everything. And we actually lived near New York, so we actually did get the chance to go and see some Broadway shows, which is cool. And I remember a while ago seeing Spam-A-Lot. Did you ever see that one?
I did not see that one. No, that
Okay,
sounds
so
familiar. Something my daughter might have seen, but I'm not sure. I don't.
okay,
Yeah,
because
I don't.
I wonder. I feel like it's still going on now, but that was one of the last ones that I saw, and I really enjoyed that one because I was a big fan of Monty Python, The Holy Grail, growing up, and I thought that was like one of the. I remember watching that the first time, and just I always thought that that was one of the funniest movies ever made. Like I just was cackling the whole time, and when I saw the musical, now I'm not a huge musical person in general. Like I don't go out of my way to see a lot of musicals, but I
I
did like
don't
that
either. But
one.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's. I feel like musicals are kind of more of an acquired taste. Like even I don't really watch a lot of movie versions either. Like I don't want to go see Pierce Brosnan's Mamma Mia and stuff like that. I don't feel like
Yeah, that makes sense.
or even Les Miserables. I know it won all the Oscars when it came out, but I really don't care for watching it. Like I don't want to go see it. It's just really not my cup of tea. I'm sure it's a great movie for what it is, and it's just not my thing. But I did like Spam-A-Lot, and it kind of reminded me of when you were saying about Back to the Future because it did have some kind of fourth wall breaking, and it was kind of a musical take on that classic movie like this was. Um, so I would recommend, even if you don't like musicals all that much, like I would definitely recommend if you get the chance to see Spam-A-Lot, and also especially if you're a Monty Python fan, even just a Monty Python fan in general, they actually kind of like sneakily slip in some other like Life of Brian and like other
Oh,
songs from other like specials too. So it's really cool.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm a huge
Yeah,
Monty Python fan. I love that Monty
yeah,
Python
yeah. It's very cool.
stuff. That stuff is totally cool. But yeah, so
especially especially the skit
even the
where sorry, what were you gonna say?
no, I was just gonna say even the cast,
Oh
the
yeah.
cast members of Back to the Future actually went to see it. They thought it was fantastic. I think that a lot of them went together to go see it,
Mhm.
and they said it was just great, just the way they put it together. It's obvious
That's
that it
cool.
has that Zemeckis, that um, just that touch of it, that movie touch to it, even
Yeah.
if it's a musical. It's obvious that it has that. But again, just like I said before, those are the kinds of things that like happen in it. So it's really quite funny. Um,
That's good. That's good.
he's like in his like little garage or whatever. And all of a sudden he starts singing something, and these girls come in. It's like, what's going on here? Um, it's just it's got a lot of funny parts in it. Um, the adaptation is done very well, and it makes sense
Yeah,
because they got together with the guys who wrote it, and especially Zemeckis, and was able to put it together. So it was fantastic. It's really
nice.
good. My suggestion: two thumbs up.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. That's
Oh,
from those guys from Chicago on TV. Siskel and Ebert,
oh, yes, that's right. Yep. Yep.
newspaper writers, and they did entertainment. They went on and did all these movie stuff and gave their thoughts. I'm
I
not sure if
remember
anybody
that.
cared, but
Well, I remember they had their own show, right? Didn't they also have like
yeah,
a show where they interviewed like a lot of movies, like the original, like Michael Keaton Batman and stuff like that? They
yep,
just kind of talked about movies, like just the two of them, really.
they certainly did. They certainly did. Yeah, they had their own show, and it was fairly popular if you wanted to hear about movies. So it's all good. They didn't like each other at all because they were from competing papers.
Oh, wow.
They couldn't stand each other. I mean, they professionally they were fine, but
Okay.
they used to fight all the time on air. But it was they did not like each other at all.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't have
It's
even
like the
guessed
Globe
like,
and the Herald here.
watching this.
It's like
Okay.
nasty stuff from what I hear.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright.
So let me ask you a question, Kyle.
Mhm.
What was the last video game you played?
Ooh, the last video game I played,
That's a question.
so I know I have a huge backlog in my in my whole collection there. It's really bad.
Well, the if you played yesterday, what was that game?
Well, no,
The
so
last
the
the
most actually the most recent game I played slash beat was Mario RPG. So the original Super Nintendo. No, sorry, it came out originally on Super Nintendo, but then they did a remake on the Switch very recently. So I ended up buying it and I beat it within like a week or so because I've beaten that game so many times. But it was a great experience.
Yeah,
It was
that's awesome.
fantastic. Like highly recommend playing it. I loved it. It was such a great game.
Cool. No, I just a random question that came to my head.
It's good.
Randomness coming to the head.
No, it's all good. What about you? What was the last game you beat or played or just yeah?
Well, right now I have 3 sports games, NHL, NBA, and the Madden. Madden, I'm gonna be if the Patriots don't do well, which they haven't been, which I'm not gonna talk
Well,
about
they did
because
so great last weekend. What are you talking about, Doug? They did fantastic.
they did.
No.
You were obviously watching another team.
The team that wasn't actually
I
even the
know
team that
sports
wasn't the Patriots weren't
I
doing great either, but
I know sports isn't your favorite, but you were definitely watching some other team.
yeah.
I know you there was no way you were watching the team because there's no way you did no. Let's put it this way. I think they called Robbie and they called me to go and join the team. To play.
Oh, yeah, I got that call too, but I told him, "No,
Yeah,
I'm
did you
I'm
get that
too
call?
busy
Get
playing
you
Mario
just
RPG, so
get
I have
um
commitments, guys."
yeah, yeah, did you let it go to voicemail?
A few times, yes.
It just
Yeah, they
says New
called me
England
several
Patriots
times
on the
actually, so
just says New England Patriots on the thing, and there it is.
yep.
Um, yeah, I like Bill to leave me a message. I like him to leave me a message just because I know it pisses him off, so that's why I do it. But so I'll probably be giving up the Madden game fairly soon,
Okay.
just because when football's not on, I'll play it for a little while, but when football's not on and the Patriots not doing well, I typically just hand it in. I'm still
Okay.
trying to find that game. There's a few games out there that I want to kind of get that aren't sports games. So I'm still kind of looking at that. So,
Super
but my
Mario
last one
RPG?
that I played was the hockey. That was the last one I played.
Okay.
And the NHL hockey this year is it's really good.
Okay.
It's good. Obviously, every game has its flaws, but this is like I think it's better than last year. I think it's better than last year. And the NBA is pretty good too. NBA 2K is pretty good too. But that's really the last one I played.
Oh, cool, cool, nice. Well, we'll have to
Yeah.
talk more game recommendations later because I got a lot for you, Doug. Especially Mario RPG. If you get yourself a Switch, play Mario RPG. That's
Get myself a Switch. Yeah, I just got the PlayStation 5. Let me go get a Switch now. I just got PS5, man. But some of those games relate. Some of those games that you can put. It's interesting because I was just looking. I sometimes go on online and I look and I go, hey, what can I grab here? What can I do here?
Yeah.
Um, but looking at different kinds of games, like sniper games, anything that's open world.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just been looking at just different stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, and I've been trying to I've noticed that sometimes I'll find a game that maybe it's online or it's you can only play it on the computer. Oh, Flight Simulator is something I was looking up. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah. That's a long
yeah, because I know
standing
that's
series. Yeah.
Microsoft. Yeah, it's typically Microsoft, right?
Okay.
So I was looking at that, and all of a sudden I'm trying to figure out, hey, can I get one on PS5? Well, they
Mhm.
actually came out with one on PS5.
I did not know that. I thought
Not
that was PC only.
it's not recent. It's not a recent um release.
Oh. Hmm.
So unless I was seeing things, which I don't think I was, because I looked it up on GameStop and then I did a few more things of research.
Okay.
They actually came out with a lot of simulators. They came out with police simulator, farm simulator. They came out
Mhm.
with a whole bunch of other kinds of things, other simulators on PS5. And I was like, they have a police simulator? What?
Mm,
Police
cool.
simulator where you go out and you arrest people and you bring back to the there's different things that go on. And I was like, what's the farming one? How do you do what do you do? Gather
Um,
the animals? I mean, how do you
they have
play the farm simulator? What do you
like
do there?
I
Um,
honestly have never played those games, but I feel like indie games, like there's just so many different types of games you can play nowadays, like just very like niche kind of markets in a way, like so.
yes. It was weird how many came up though, because I was like, wait a minute, let me go check out this farm game on YouTube. And out
Yeah,
what
right?
they do. Well, they're corralling animals and they're feeding the chickens and taking the tractor out. It was very interesting. It was, it, wa- I was like, I think I'm gonna skip that one. But I thought the
Okay.
police looked pretty good. But again, I just wanna find some other games. I know I'll play. I know I'll keep the NHL, I'll keep the NBA, I keep those two games pretty much until the next ones come out. And I do because I love playing them. I typically play seasons with them, but then I want to try to find a few games, maybe I don't know anything that's open world, something Star Warsy or anything that's open world. And I know you know a couple that we've talked about these open world games, but
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, totally.
I really want to find something that's kind of open world that I can go in and like do different things, but not have much of a story to it, and because I typically play kind of late at night and I don't really have time for a story. I have time for GTA, but just don't have time for a story.
Oh yeah, well, speaking of GTA, apparently the next one's coming out. They've released a trailer actually, so
Really?
yep, GTA 6.
Oh my goodness.
Yep,
Wow.
took 10 years, but we're almost there.
It's been 10 years. Wow. It took them 10 years to get this ready, or did they just have delays? Or never mind. I don't really care.
Probably all
But
honestly, Doug, all of the above, probably.
all of the above. Oh, you told me Spider-Man.
Mm, yes,
You
Spider-Man,
told me Spider-Man.
yeah.
I
I
hear
love
Spider-Man 2, I hear is incredible.
Oh, yeah, me too. The first one's actually really great. There is a story, but I think there's enough to do in the city where you don't have to do the story the whole time. I think there's plenty of side quests, and you can just honestly That's what I like about the Spider-Man games. Like, if you just want to take a break from the story, you can. Like, the city is very
Right.
sprawling. You can complete side quests, kind of like an RPG almost in a way. And they give you enough, like, in a very small, bite-sized missions that you can complete, like crimes you have to stop. And I think
Oh,
that's really
cool.
cool. So yeah, it's very chill.
That's excellent.
Yeah, yeah. Like I
Yeah,
really,
I remember you telling me. We've had so many conversations about this.
yeah.
Um, like a million,
Yeah.
like a million conversations. I just want to find something that's not that I'm gonna like playing. I'm gonna go, oh, I love this. This is awesome. I could just play this. When I don't feel like playing the sports games. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I just want to play something different.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
know we've talked about it. So you know,
Oh yeah, it's great. Actually, you know what game I would recommend for you to play too if you like the kind of the more open world. Also the Batman Arkham games. If you can get like Arkham City or Arkham or Arkham like Knight or something like that, then those are great like kind of open world games. So just really good.
you mean Batman?
Batman. Yeah. Oh yeah. So you can literally be Batman, like the Arkham Knight at one point. I think you can play that on PS5. I gotta figure that out. Uh, but yeah, like it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like Spider-Man in the way that you can explore the city. You can honestly just like run around the city and just like pick fights with like random like criminals that are like running around. It's kind of funny that way.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you just get into fights. Like you
That I
don't
like.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like it's just randomly, like people just criminals just like hanging out, and like they're like, "Oh, look at Batman," and then they're like,
Oh, look
"Oh,
at
we
the
gotta fight
Batman.
him."
Did you
So
say?
yeah,
What did you say?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. You're right, I am. I'm gonna kick your butt.
Yeah,
I think the Arkham Knight is on PS4, but it's okay because it is compatible with PS5 because PS5 can play PS4 games.
yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, totally. Like I know you can. Yeah, they find a way to be backwards compatible. So especially if you have like the disc tray, I think you can. I think there is a way to like if you get the even if you get the PS4 version, you can just insert it and then play it right away. So
I think you download,
yeah.
and then this is a crazy conversation. You first what you do is you insert the disc. The second thing that you do is something screen pops up. And when the screen pops up, you hit the little icon, the little PlayStation icon, and the PlayStation icon will get you to that other screen, the start screen, in which when you do that, you can sort of hit play before you hit the settings and stuff like that. So that's kind of what happens. At least what I've noticed. I don't know who that is. It just came up. I
That's
have no
great. That's
idea.
great.
I just thought that inserting the disc, I just thought was, I don't know, got dirty. I don't know. I don't know why it came
It's
up.
good.
I don't even know. Don't even have any clue. I don't know why it came to my. I just have that kind of mind, I guess.
It's
So
all
have you
good.
inserted the disc? Yes, I have, sir. Can you see that War Games? You see that movie War Games? They're
You know,
just they're
that's
sitting
one of
there. They're
those I
going,
haven't seen
"Did
yet. I
you
gotta check it
insert
out.
that damn disc?" It's that damn disc that's playing those damn games. Oh man,
Oh, that's great.
it's just crazy. I like to take movies and like turn them around and
Yeah.
put like funny things in them and stuff. I don't know why. It's just funny. I've been doing it pretty much most of my life. Um,
Nice.
going to a 12-step program for it. But yeah, yeah, we talked about open world. I need that. Anything that has a small story to it is okay, but
Yeah.
I do wanna try to find something that I can kinda, just put in. I mean, again, um, like Saints Row. something like that. I don't have Xbox,
Yeah.
but again, something like that open world. Have you played Red Dead Redemption? If I could say that 12 times, I would, but
Oh,
I can't. I don't
you
know if you
know, I
played that.
I played a little bit of the first one called Red Dead Revolver. That
Oh,
one
okay. Is that
was
the same kind of
more
thing where you can go in as a is it it was
like
I'm sorry, this just came up. In the Big Bang, Big Bang Theory. So Sheldon has a lot going on in his head, and all of
yeah.
a sudden you see him playing a video game, and you see it's Red Dead Redemption, but
Yes.
he's he's doing the video game, but he's just walking around. And Leonard goes up to him and says, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm just taking a stroll." And he says, "Don't you usually do that outside?" He's like, "What are you talking about? I am outside." He points to the gate. You see him just around, walking around. It's there's like all the Western kind of
Yeah.
scene that you see there walking to the
Yeah,
sunset.
like a little
I'm like,
frontier.
what are you doing? Why? Why is this happening? It was just funny. It was just something that came up in my head. Anyway, that I hear is an open world too.
It is. Oh yeah, yeah. So from what I've played the first one, which is more kind of like a level based, like third person Western shooter, whereas the sequels, yes, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, are like, yeah, they're 100% open world. The graphics are way better. And you can do a lot more stuff. Yeah, it's essentially that's actually what what they were trying to do for with Red Dead Revolver, which is funny. They wanted to make an open world Western game, but they didn't have the technology to do that yet. So they waited until like I think the Xbox 360, PS3 era. That's when the first game came out, and the second game came out for like the PS4, Xbox One era. So yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's like the reverse of the $6 million man. We do not have the technology to rebuild
Yep, they did.
him. They did for the $6 million man, but they didn't for the
Or
Red
for yeah,
Dead
for right.
for Red Dead, right?
Yes.
Just weird, just very strange.
Yeah.
So, should we talk sponsors?
Yeah, let's do some sponsors. You know,
I hear
let's just
something
go
in the
right
back of
into
my head going, "Let's talk sponsors."
it.
Hello, sponsors.
Where are they?
Hello.
Screen Time with Doug and Kyle. We'll be right back.
Oh, there
Hey,
they
we'll be
are.
right
Oh,
back. How you
there we
doing? That
go.
guy's got a great voice. Who is that guy?
Right.
Our sponsors. I'm just gonna name them. I don't really have to talk about them too much. We talk about them every time, I love them very much. They're great, especially the
I'm
first
gonna
one.
say the cheers to them. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Wait. You're not supposed to cheer with water, but that's okay. Nobody knows there's water in here.
Mm,
Maybe there isn't.
nah,
Just kidding. Maybe it's tea.
could be.
Anyway, our sponsors are Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson. By the way, I just spoke to Wes a couple days ago.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I didn't really speak to him, but I social media'd him. I don't
Social
know what that
media.
means. And he's doing very well.
Good.
He decided to go off the grid for a little while. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe he's in the witness protection program. Not sure. I don't know. Anyway, I don't I don't have any idea. Anyway, thank you so much to Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson for being our continued sponsors
Wonderful.
for
Do you
Screen
want to say
Time.
anything about design and organizing, or
I, it's basically it's like an organizing company, and what they do is they go into your house, and if you have a certain kind of thing that you want, like a bedroom or a closet, or maybe something in the valley, you can definitely go in, and they can go in and they can make things right for you. They're just so totally cool. They love surfing and they love going to California. No, seriously, they really they, they will go in if you have a drawer, a closet, something that has to do with organizing. I know there's something coming up where somebody just moved and they're putting a whole bunch of their furniture in, but they need help organizing like their whole house, which is great. That's exactly what we're talking about. And they'll go in and help you out. And that's basically what it is. It's really very basic. Wes Woodson has a book out there. He talks about anxiety. Very important to talk about that, especially guys. Talks about guys not, you know, not talking about it. It's like a faux pas to talk about it. And it's something that we weren't brought up
Yeah.
to talk about, but he's talking about it. He's out there doing that, which is really great. And it's really important, especially when you hear stuff in the news, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a
just
lot.
crazy stuff that go on in the news. But he's talking about it. So thank you so much to our sponsors, Simon Organizing and Wes Woodson, for sponsoring our show, Screen Time.
Welcome back to Screen Time with Doug and Kyle.
Hey, we're back. How you
Hey.
doing? Big voice. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh
It's so
boy.
great. Welcome back this summer.
Oh yeah.
I wish
Yes.
I had that cool voice, you know?
In a world of total
winter.
confusion. Welcome to Doug and Kyle.
One
Or
man,
Kyle and Doug, all four
two
of them.
men, one man. I don't know. One decision.
One man, one decision. Two men, two decisions.
Two men, 1.5 decisions.
Two men don't know how to decide on anything. That's what they do. I'm a big voice guy.
Starring
You know the
Kyle
big
Zuda as
you know the guy who did most of the movie trailers,
Oh yeah?
like the 70s and 80s, was a guy named Don LaFontaine.
Yeah,
Guys,
he did a lot of stuff,
you
yeah.
gotta look this guy up. He is incredible. He's the guy that coined "In a World." That was his line
Yeah.
because he did it all the time. In a world of mass confusion.
Your screen
One
just, like,
day.
darkened, like, when you did that. That was really
Yeah,
funny.
I was like,
It had the dramatic effect, you know? That was
yeah,
good.
it has to be dramatic effect. What's crazy is he actually talks like that. That's what's crazy. He uses very little processing in his microphone to talk like that. Unfortunately, he is no longer with us, but his movie trailers are out there, which is going to last forever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he actually got into it by accident. There was a guy who was supposed to come in and do a commercial or something, and the guy was sick but didn't show up or something like that. And they asked Don to go in if he could do it, and he was a little hesitant at the time. And then he went and did it, and all of a sudden, the rest is history. Again, it's all in the way you pronounce and that kind of thing. The
Yeah.
first $1 million voiceover guy, first one ever, was a guy named Ernie Anderson.
Hmm.
He was in the late, I want to say the 70s and 80s mostly. He's the one
Okay.
that did stuff. If you're local, he's the one that did stuff on Channel 5 in Boston. He's the one that did the Love Boat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When I was at Emerson, my buddy was actually got a chance to speak to Ernie. Ernie came into town, and I don't know how he got the connection to Ernie, but he was able to drive around. They drove around Boston in his limo, in Ernie Anderson's limo. They drove around, and he interviewed him in his limousine. Just incredible. And then was able to get some liners for our radio station for that for us. And you got the $1 million voiceover guy doing liners for a small little Emerson College radio station, which is fantastic. So
Yeah.
I have been obsessed, just like my friend who I still speak to, my friend Todd, um, who actually is a policeman now. So thank you, Todd, for your service. Um, first responder. So it's one of those things where we just love it. He sends me stuff all the time of different guys and gals and guys and dolls and all kinds of stuff. It's just very, very cool, the whole voiceover thing. studied it a little bit too, knowing that, you know, those guys are kind of out there. Um, and we have a lot. I have a ton of voiceover stuff. Just not just from Todd, but from stuff that I've asked people to do and stuff like that. It's just really cool. Nice voices.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Very nice
totally.
voices. Just like Kyle's. Kyle's a very nice voice.
I try.
Kyle's, Kyle's voice is really nice.
I try.
Except when he teaches. When he teaches, his voice goes lower. Hey, don't go in that sandbox.
Actually, yeah, true story. Yeah, true story.
Yeah, yeah. There it is. I
Yeah.
can see Kyle now. I can see like it's a TV show of Kyle at work in the
That's the
sandbox.
name of the show.
In a world of the playground. It's Kyle and his children and kids. It's Kyle on a day-to-day basis, working with children, doing all the things that he's supposed to do to educate. And there's something that just went in my eye as I was doing that voiceover. I have to do it again. Um, yeah, I could just see that. That's like a great voiceover right there.
Yeah, it's like they thought he worked at the insane asylum, but it turns out it
Yeah,
was
right.
Tyler Jane's preschool
It actually works with small children.
Oh man, it gets crazy there, man. I'll tell you, just especially the kids nowadays, like they're so they know too much. Like the fact that they just have access to like iPads and everything, and like it gets to the point where they'll pick up a book and they'll try to scroll up on the book, and I'm just like, that's not.
Can't do that.
Not an iPad, guys.
I work with kids too, so Kyle and I both have that. I've worked with children for a long time, nursery school, after school program, that kind of thing. So Kyle and I have something in common, and in that way. But yeah, they're very different. They're very different today. They were different soon as computers and anything that has a screen on it. Wait, screen time. Oh yeah. Anything that has anything that
Nailed
has
it.
a screen on it. Um, we're talking about, yeah, my daughter grew up with a DS. I love that thing. That
Oh,
thing's
DSs
had
are
some
great.
great games on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. DSs are fantastic. I mean,
Oh,
I've
that
never.
DS had some great games on it. I would like take it out of her hand and say, "You can't play with this," and I would go in the back and go, "No, no, no,
Oh, you
no,
mean
no."
like
I
one of these
wouldn't do
guys?
that. Oh yeah, hello. Look at that. He's got the
Oh yeah,
DS.
the best
Yeah.
DS purchase
Oh, that's
or
a nice
eBay
one.
purchase. Yeah, right. I
That's a
actually
nice
got
one.
this guy
I
on
like the
eBay.
DS.
It's pretty cool. Can do a lot of cool
You
stuff.
know what's you know what game was my favorite?
Which
The
one?
one where you feed the fish.
The
You
fish
feed the
one.
different, like you feed a whale or you feed a shark or you feed a big, oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it was awesome. It was awesome. And you kept them alive. They stayed alive. And then when you left the game and you came back to it like the next day, all these fish would come by and say, and it would say that they're hungry. I would say on the bottom, the
Hungry,
sharks
hungry
are hungry
fish.
right now, and that's it. Huh?
It sounds like Hungry, Hungry Fish, the alternative Hungry, Hungry Hippo, like spin off of that or
It could
something like that.
it could be. It could be. I don't know. I have to look it up. I will find out next episode what that game is, and I will
Okay,
tell you. I just
cool.
I don't exactly know what it was, but you got to feed them with with all kinds of fish food and keep them alive. It was like, the pet rock thing? No, you
Mhm.
probably the pet rock thing was stupid. You buy a rock in a box and you're
I
supposed to
think no,
keep
I
it
remember
as a
that,
pet.
like, back when I was growing up, yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep it as a pet. I could go outside right now and pick up a rock and stick it in a freaking Amazon box. I don't understand what the difference is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like for instance, something like the Furby. The Furby was something, and I think it's out
Oh, I
again. I
remember
think it
Furbies, yeah, those are yeah.
yeah, the Furby, those are crazy, man. They look like
Yeah.
don't feed them at midnight. They got the gremlins. They look like gremlins.
Yeah, they do. Oh my god, they do,
They
yeah.
look like gremlins. Oh my, they're seriously not scary, but just like, whoa, that's not like a dog face right there.
Yeah.
So what it would do is you would teach it English as you kept going. It would learn, and this is all about the beginning AI stuff, and it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was restaurant. Like you would go and you open up this restaurant and you go and you'd make certain things and you have people walk in the door and they could do it overnight while you're sleeping, and then they would make you, points, and your point value would go up each time, and as your point value goes up you can make different things, you can add to your store, um add new, if you had 1,000 points or something, you could add pasta and you could add ice cream, and you added those things and then they could come in and do it. So those are the kinds of things that
Mm-hmm.
I was playing on the DS that I really liked a lot.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
you're
very
probably
cool.
playing stuff that's more complicated though, but
Well, I've actually been playing
Zelda and stuff.
Castlevania.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
oh,
fun game. I like Castlevania. That's one of my favorite series, actually. It's a great series. It's like,
oh.
and you want to know something actually really cool you can do with DS? I don't know if you knew about this. You ready for this? So, actually, so you can play. Obviously, this is a, DS Lite right here. You can
Uh-huh.
probably kind of see it right there. So this is
Can you
DS Lite.
plug
So
it
you know
in
what we can do with
somewhere?
this? Oh, what?
Are you gonna say you could plug it in somewhere and use it?
Well, no. I mean, I wish you could. If you can plug into like a TV, that would be like such a game changer.
That
But
should
you
be
can
the
also
next thing.
play Game Boy Advance games on it. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
So right here, you got the cartridge. You got the cartridge slot for a DS game. So you put the DS in the back there. Boom. Oops. Oh, I forgot you can kind of like pop it out like that. But
Yeah, you have to
the other
press
way,
down to pop it up.
yeah. So if you go down here, check this out. You can actually insert Game Boy Advance games in there. Boom, and there you go.
Wow. Now, is
Pretty
that the
cool. Huh?
latest DS? Or
No,
is it
it
from a
actually
couple
wasn't.
years ago? Or
No, this is it's like the second version, I think.
oh, okay.
Once the newer DSs, um you couldn't really play like it wasn't backwards compatible with Game Boy Advance in the later versions.
I
Um,
gotcha.
and once it got the 3DS, it was just like 3DS and DS games, but it was pretty cool though. Like I like that they kind of gave you for a little bit, like that ability to play like Game Boy Advance and like DS games. Like I thought that was always really awesome. So yeah,
That is fantastic. That is really great. It's like PS5 playing PS4 games.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I think it's great because I think there's a lot of people that have the PS4 games and they didn't have to turn them in. Getting a PS5, you don't have to turn your games in. I think a
Yeah,
lot of
no.
people are going online, and I really do. I see a lot of people online. I don't play online. I like to play singly, so I don't typically play
I'm the
like
same
with a
way.
whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't play with a whole bunch of people. So I got the disc version of the PS5. So, but I mean, there are good points and bad points about it. I don't necessarily show my stuff to other people. I'm online technically, but I think my stuff is private. So or if they see it, they see it. I don't care if they see it. As
Mhm.
long as they don't change it, I don't really care if they can see it. Um, but I see a lot of people playing online. I just don't do it. Just not something I do.
Yeah, that's all good.
Not something maybe I will down the road if I don't have any friends that seem to play online, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. At least right now.
It's an acquired taste. Like I've done it I've done it every now and then, but like especially when I go, if I visit my cousin's house, we'll do some online gaming here and there with like Call of Duty. But in general, yeah, I'm more of a single player guy too.
Call of
I like the
Duty.
campaigns and stuff. So,
That's another one I was looking at, Call of Duty.
oh yeah, yeah, I heard the new one was good. So
Oh, did you? Well, do you think I
yeah,
should probably play the first one before I play the new one? Since the new one's like what, number 4 or something? 5?
no,
No, it doesn't matter.
no, like with those games,
You're
no,
like, no. Look at you. You're like, what are you, stupid?
no, sorry.
I love that. That was like, what the What are you talking about? Huh?
It's not really a saga. Like they try to do like a single player campaign story, but the thing is, like, people play mostly for the multiplayer, and it's just like I think you can just jump in at any time. Like it's really not like a saga, like a Star Wars or like a Lord of the Rings epic. It's like it's just like Call of Duty,
Gotcha.
so it's like just a bunch of guys with soldiers with guns running around. So it's like it's kind of
Excellent. That's fantastic. It's exactly what I want. It's what I'm looking for. Whole bunch of
yeah.
guys with guns running around. That's what I want. In a world of a whole bunch of guys running around with guns, what will happen next?
Tune in next week on Guys with Guns.
Guys with guns.
Running
That's
around.
right. Oh yeah. You know what? What do you call the Call of Duty for? Just call it guys with guns.
GWG.
That's what we should do. That's what we should do. We should take like 3 or 4 video games and change their titles.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good idea. I just thought of it. It just came to my head, man.
Perfect.
Change the title. See, this is what happens when we do this anything goes thing. Things
Yeah,
come to my head and it just rattles right out.
it's good. It's good.
But that's what we should
Mario
do.
RPG.
We should,
Plumbers on an Adventure. Sorry, I just want to throw that one out there.
right? Yeah, that's a good one. That's Mario, right? Is that Mario?
Yep. Yep.
That's Mario.
Or like Plumber's Quest. We call it Plumber's Quest.
I like that. Let's see. Spider-Man. Here's my last one. Spider-Man. Uh, let's see. Too bad guy bit by spider, but going out in costume and helping people.
Wow, just rolls off the tongue,
It's kind of a long one, but it seems to fit. I could probably come up with a shorter one. That'd probably be fine. Oh wow. Unbelievable.
Oh man.
Well, this is it. This has been fun, man. This has
Yeah,
been a
this has been
fun
great.
episode. This has been great. This has been really fun. So I think we should kind of wrap it up. And just want to tell you that as you could see scrolling down here, I'm going to read it. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on, watch and listen to on. Oh man, I did. Oh, it's scrolling again.
Oh,
Cool, I
there we
can read
go.
it now.
Come back.
Listen, make sure you watch. You can watch and listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and I'm not even gonna. We should probably take out Facebook. I I put some stuff on Facebook, but Facebook is like for old people. Just kidding. So that was just a really funny face. Yeah. Okay, so Facebook
Oh.
is just like a different kind of animal. So what I would suggest is YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. That's
We'll
what I
start
would
with
suggest.
that. We'll
Just
start with
because,
that
and
one. I think it's a good
please
call.
go. Oh, look at him. He's doing all this, doing all the engineering right now. Woohoo, Kyle with an engineer. So, if you don't have time to watch us and you're in the car, go to Spotify. There you go. Look us up on Spotify. We're there. And Kyle's continuing to put more and more episodes on the Spotify. If
Yes.
you can see us on YouTube, if you can't see us live, we are live now. If you can't see us live, that's okay because we record it and then it's on our channel. So go to our
Right there.
channel, subscribe, and hit the bell as usual. You'll get episodes first, obviously. Kyle's figuring out his DS now. And what you could,
Let me make sure I got the right. Anyways, yeah.
he's like, oh my God, my game is stuck. That's a great movie. Kyle's game is stuck in a world of Kyle. Will his game get stuck again? Or will he be able to play it? Don't know. Anyway, don't have time to see us live. That's okay. It's on our page. The best thing to do is if you don't like YouTube, and that's fine. There's some people that don't. Even if you do, go to Instagram. You go to Instagram, you go to our page on Instagram. Please hit the like button or whatever you're supposed to do on Instagram. What are you supposed to do on Instagram? You're supposed to
Yeah, there's like button. Yeah, just the heart
yeah,
button.
but
the
I
like
mean,
button,
to
all
go
that.
to when you go to our page, you can
Follow the link.
link.
Tree.
Yes. There is a link right under. I'm going to start doing some stuff on Instagram anyway for this weekend for us. There's something called Linktree. You hit the Linktree and it goes to our episodes. You can see our episodes that way, or you could just go to YouTube and find our episodes there. Absolutely. So, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and we're going to put a TikTok page together very soon. I'm working on that also because we got to get on TikTok too for some reason. Don't really know why. No, it's popular with the children. That's probably why. It's very, very popular. Anyway, you have anything else, Kyle?
No, I think I'm good. No, I think we're good to go. So
Okay, I think he's good. But thank you so much. We just remember to watch On the Couch, Talking Sports. I think they just had an episode that just
oh yes, we actually a couple weeks back we released our 100th, wow, our 10-year anniversary episode. So
their
yeah,
100th year.
it's like
Their
go that
100th
long,
year on the air. Robbie's only 110 years
past
old.
our past our prime, past our lives. We'll find a way to just maybe spiritually just like connect with them.
Make episodes, right? Um, yes, it's their 10th year anniversary just came up. They just released a 10th year anniversary episode, I believe.
Yeah.
I watched
And
that. It was very. Go
oh,
ahead.
I know. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Keep going. Yeah, sorry.
No, and so we also have what else do we have? We have our show and that other show that we're still trying to work some kinks out of. So I'm not even sure. I mean, I know Robbie mentioned it, but I don't know. We haven't done it in a while, just because we're on a little hiatus, whatever that means. Where did that word come from? I don't even know. Anyway,
oh, by the way, really quick for back to On
go
the
ahead.
Couch, we did actually have a whole new intro, and you are in it playing golf. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Excellent. Showing off my golf skills. I believe that would be miniature. Not real golf, because I don't play real golf very well. Miniature golf, no problem. I am a champion, ex-champion, from 1913. So, well, listen, this was a fantastic episode. This was any Screen Time, anything goes episode. You will see this every other week now. I think it was very successful. We loved it. We love having you, and thank you so much. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell. That's Kyle over there. I'm Doug. We are out, and thank you so much. And that's all I got.
Thank you guys.